second, making sure this is working. Awesome. Okay. So, welcome to my very first stream. I'm going to be doing the 6.55 MSQ, and then I'll be doing Hildibrand. Awesome. Okay. So, and finally, welcome to my very first stream. Sorry, getting an echo. I'm going to be doing the 6.55 MSQ, and then I'll be doing Hildibrand. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm going to be doing the 6.55 MSQ, then I'll do Hildibrand, and I'll finish with the tribal quest chain. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Dawn Trail and seeing how this ends up going. So I'm going to get started. So we got to go to Redosa. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So, you can go up here. Last we left off, Zero became a paladin. And she said, we'll see you again in like 3 expansions, it felt like. So, and now we're talking to Roshan and his sister. Razahan, home. Roshan. And one door closes. Cryo. Evening. One of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldesion request your presence in Charlene at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I hope that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you know pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldesion Annex at once. Ajika awaits your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ajda Shah the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there's still much and more for her to see. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Okay, so we're going to Ojika Zunika at the Baldesion Annex. Sunika. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Eving. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Cryo and Graha. Cryo, and she's got her hair down. Thank you for coming on such short notice. And forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Aaronville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Well, that's the bunny boy. Okay. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes even to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the studio. Shall we look for him there? Go to studio. So excited that Kryle's going to be part of the next story more. She's been very underutilized in my opinion. Aaronville's early return likely has something to do with this visitor. Who could it be, I wonder? Now then, where's Aaronville?
Aaronville!
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Hey, DJ now. Come on. You missed your cue. That was when you're supposed to come out.
It seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so... I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman.
Okay.
I'm Utlamat, claimant to the throne of
Utlamat.
Tulihuela.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Yeah.
Given
You know.
the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Aaronville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Oh,
She
there.
asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Sure.
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides.
Twice as smart.
He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own. And that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda.
City of Gold. I'm in. Where do I sign up?
Tell
There
me
you go.
that doesn't pique your interest.
Money. Money. You have my complete attention. This is strictly a rumor and nothing more. Golden City. I've heard about it before.
So the tales have reached even these shores. I can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Right.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
So I'm getting from the vibe, by the end of the expansion, we'll make her the new leader. And we'll spend the whole time judging other people just to make her the leader eventually. A journey to Toral. That's the long and short of it. At the very least, I ask that you go on this hunt of hers and take her measure for yourself. So, where to for our hunt? The stronger the prey, the better. The game is afoot. Chance to see not only Toral, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and called some unruly fauna, of course. But according to recent reports, other ordinary docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Toral. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end up before we have the chance to get acquainted. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the aisle. I will join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. So Cryo's gonna go become a Pictomancer right now. Awesome. Yeah, while we kill a bunch of baddies. We have the loan of the ship from one of the captains, a cheery fellow. I can operate the vessel, so we don't need to trouble him to take us. Cryo was acting a little strange, don't you think? This is just a simple hunt. I wonder what preparations she needs to make. She's becoming a Pictomancer. Come on, dude, keep up. Haven't you watched the trailer? So we have to take a ship? And I barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. Hunt. Come on, let's get going. Prior to boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you have plenty of time to do it, blah blah blah.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Oh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
Chicken. Everything tastes like chicken.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
Who's Kona?
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
It's the government controlling us.
This brother of yours, he has been to Charlian.
He has. Kono's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in this city. He went on and on about technological amusements. He made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Kote.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can
Oh,
imagine.
he's the Makote on the cover, or the time
Ask
trail
whatever
art.
you like. I don't mind. But I maintain, hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can. The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Been a while since I played. Oh, okay.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
Yeah.
Save the
Taste my
sheep.
axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
I am so rusty. Wow. Okay. Oh, thank goodness you come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Eving, the adventurer who saved our star. But that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
Really are famous.
Yes, I am.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
There, it should be safe to cross now. Let's go.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
If you come to answer the petition, you should speak with my colleague here. Oh, that's a generic NPC response. The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume? We're most fortunate to have one of your considerate skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us. So, just kill everything and then go,
I'll
yeah, there was
handle
nothing
this."
to say. We couldn't share anything. Oh well. Maybe next time.
Hold still.
Hey, I was in the middle of a combo.
Is that all? Come on, let's pick
What are
up
you,
the
level
creature's
100?
trail.
Beast carcass. I must click on this because it's here. You find ravaged beast remains torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before.
You mean from a bird? A raptor-like bird?
It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
It's over here. Wait, there's nothing over here. Where are we going? Tattered plumage.
You find feathers that are scattered about the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
Why not both?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
Roasted. Always cook your meat.
You presume it's even safe to eat?
Always good to eat. Poo. I have to search for poo again. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Do you suppose they all suddenly disturbed their home? Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
I'm gonna find some more. But the beast is close. We haven't found him yet. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh no. Hyperactive. Oh, it's not a rock. I thought it was a rock. Okay.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Ooh. Giant parrot. All he wants a cracker.
What is that thing? It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
Very
I'll stay with the
good,
researchers.
Captain Obvious.
The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Waklamat.
Right.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast
Oh
earlier.
no, definitely
It
not.
caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
That's all.
I believe you.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Yeah. He's mocking you.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit! Talk all you like, Bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Ah, shut up already, you blasted bird!
Look out!
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together. I've got you.
Way to ditch us.
That was too close.
Steady now.
Ah. Oh, F you.
Spread out, everyone!
Captain Obvious is here again.
Who paid for that?
Run away! Oh, I guess I should say this.
Thank you. Just getting started.
Dead. Yeah, I got greedy. I shouldn't get greedy. I should just play the game. Holy crap, I got it back. Do it right this time? That's stupidly? Just do it right?
Talk all you like, Bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Ah, shut up already, you blasted bird! out!
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together. I've got you.
That was too close.
Steady now.
Spread out, everyone!
You pay for that. Thank you. That was hardly a tickle. Try this. Yeah, nothing to it. We have you now, you loud bastard!
Stop stealing all the glory. I'm supposed to be the one that's the good one here, and you're making me look bad.
Throw everything you have at it.
Yeah.
We did it! Yay!
And I had barely limbered up.
Well, you're level 100 while we're level 90. You're cheating a little bit. Oh.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
It's because warriors are cheap. They have so many heals.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
He's right behind you.
But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
The classic trope of them right behind you.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Yeah.
Leave this to me.
Yay, Cryo's here!
Have at you.
Cryo.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest,
She always
I
has that
thought
clover
how wonderful
earring.
it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
By stealing artistry from Alfie.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Cute.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf, and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Dawn servant. Dawn
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tuliyollal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuliyollal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means.
It's Mayan culture.
After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
Wow.
We're eating that.
You shouldn't eat anything that mocks you. It'll taste bitter. Thanks to Wuklama, we now know who sent the letter to grandfather, among other things, but many questions still remain. I understand Kryle's feelings all too well. The desire to do one's part. It can be daunting to try and keep up, but nothing will change unless we take the first step. Oh, what an exciting hunt that was. And now it's time to savor the reward. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves a matter of the Hildibrand meat. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Charlian, the last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us. Well, no, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Evie? Oh ho! Bird meat from the hunt, you say. Leave it to me. I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Well, it better be on the house. We brought the meat. Have as much as you like, you hear? Excuse me. Steak.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
Oh, it's lamb chops.
I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
He doesn't count. That's terrible.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Oh, wow. Oh, is it the stuff that I made? For 0?
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveler ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
My bad.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Sharlayan.
Hehehe.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
He's not into furries.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
True.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
What's with the purple
Since
land?
ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long.
Solution 9? Can we talk about that instead?
The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
You?
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Oh, good. A new baddie. Awesome.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
No. Not at all.
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it.
He wants to see the strength across the sea.
The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment,
Just in 6 months.
but I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
What about the hot sauce? Do you want the curry? Come on. You're not talking anything about the curry anymore. Judging by Waklamat's reaction, it appears Jirali cuisine isn't excessively fiery. Which makes no sense from where it is. Whether Waklamat has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it, and Yoshipi. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have a royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then.
Who do I have? Okay.
Look at this.
Next quest. Ooh, present. I get a present.
Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Waklamat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Dural? Him is bound to have some information on the continent. It certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed. Just the thought of burying myself in books is making me feel sleepy.
Yeah.
Do it for me, Grahatia. That's your job. Come on, you like me. We're talking about mysterious lands and unknown wonders here. I'm confident we'll find reports so thrilling us to drive any thoughts of Nappy from your mind. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. Okay. Do homework. It appears that, yeah, my suspicion is right. We're going to spend the whole expansion trying to get her to become the new leader. And what does Puddingway have to say right now? Does he have anything new to say? I guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all, but I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. So it's just the same as before. Anyways, yeah, we're going to spend the whole expansion working on getting her to become the new leader. And she's going to hide her... Yeah, yeah. I'm getting a lot of Alice vibes from her. Origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest and is seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it. They have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the ceruleum deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallachi's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallachie. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents in Tural. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Alligans, who rose to power in Aldernard before advancing east into Ilzabard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. So they've been cooped up in a little box for eons. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it until the leader of the Mamoja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the autarch's greatness. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorze, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beast skin has been domesticated and for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Hopefully 2 of them are called Dolly and Dot, because they're my best friends, through thick and thin. Wyver, this ferocious scalekin, is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mamoja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Slaves. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the wyver is also employed as a siege beast. Any fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Yay, Valagarmunda. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Reminds me a lot of the parrot. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. These crops and more than regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498. Really? It's Columbus. Christopher Columbus. when a Lemenzan sailor named Kenenram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Kenenram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which they encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Kenenram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limisa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Yeah, they also controlled the money. Produce was far from the only bounty of Cardamom's expedition to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by the way of this ship. To those outside of Kenenram's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary cultures of that faraway continent. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tural, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Grahatia will be eager to know what you have discovered. Yeah, it's Central and Southern America. I'm very familiar with that area. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. Scored the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tural, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. Sure I did. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tural within. The legendary city of gold. Gold. Money. Riches. Ha! I suspected any mention of the city of gold would catch your eye. 'Tis truly a mystery. Here's a city whose location is unknown, that no one has ever seen, and yet whispers of its existence continue to persist. Countless souls have set off in search of it, never to return. I can imagine it being a suitable challenge for the ritual of succession. But moving on, did you perchance learn about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you.
I learned about alpacas. Dalienda are my best friends. Carrying my
Ah yes, the alpaca. In addition to serving as beasts of burden, they provide clothing for people by way of their lush fleece. They are especially prized by mountain tribes who hold certain rare specimens sacred. I thought I heard familiar voices.
Yay! Alice!
Oh, and he's here too. Fancy running into the two of you here. Well, have some research of your own, do you? You're right. We hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razahan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what are the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? We're going to find the city of gold. There's a cat lady that's not a Makote, too. Yeah. and Cryo was a pictomancer instead of you, because you're the artist, but she stole it from you. A nation composed of the disparate people of Tyrell. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We'll do well to read up on Tulioli ourselves. The contest is even the only one allowed to help Wicklamont. There was no mention of such restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Wicklamont gave us the impression that she could have several champions. Oh, she's going to compete with me. I think I know how to make the most of my respite. Follow me, Alphanon. We have planning to do. That was bad. I'll say, wait! It would seem our plans have changed. If you'll excuse me. Yeah, they've changed. You're coming with me. You're not going to be left behind. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Yeah, so LSA is going to use this as an opportunity to compete with me the whole time to see who's better and try to one-up each other. And I'm going to have to hold back to make her spirits feel better. Yeah. And then Alfie will, of course, get closer to being a governor, not a dictator, but a diplomatic future that he has for him. I agree with Preach. Alright. Now it's Thinkred, Y'shtola, and Yuranje. Right. So we still need to talk to.
It's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Yeah.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Wicklamot's request?
I never say no to a new adventure. I'm still undecided, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved in politics. Number one.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Yes.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
Mama.
It's enough to stir me to the core. Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Bye.
Yeah, give me a birthday cake. Present? He's getting my present, right? Yes, my present. Go give me my present now.
How does the water fall? How does they do that? I'm gonna be right back. Sorry about that. Oh, that's the end of it. Okay. Okay, so let's go talk to her. Get my present. I want my present. Welcome back, evening. If you're looking for Woklamot, she is currently with the others in their chamber. If you like, I can go and fetch them for you. Yes. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. Okay. Do.
Ooh. Did they change the map? I think they changed the map. They did.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on
have.
then. Let's hear it.
I'll help you if I get all the gold. I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. It's kind of catchy.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Hell no.
Alphano, Alize! What are you two doing here?
It's my time to shine, not yours. Get out
We
of here.
happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamad.
Oh,
And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
"'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness." Alphino Leveilleur at your service. And this is my sister, Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles.
Ha ha!
So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Okay, you're not getting out of that easily.
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Neither have I. That is the main reason why I want to go. I know, Kryle. They're gonna shadow you again.
As I recall, Kryle, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Wait, you're not coming?
But, Raha...
Wait. You're not coming along? That makes no sense.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Is it my present?
Better not be a decoration for my house because I have no room for anything else.
There.
It's updated.
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies.
America.
The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
No, it's America. Okay, so nothing about Y'shtola, Duranje. Thancred barely was seen. He was just in the lurking and he was creeping on us. And then Graha is gonna stay behind. Ooh, new artwork. I think it's new artwork. It's been years since I've seen it. So it explains why Graha's not in the artwork. Yay, Kyle. She's got her hat down. I think she looks better with... I love that her outfit, but I think she looks better with it down. Oh yeah, Stinian didn't show up. I know he's in the trailer. He's a key player. But still. And of course Totaro is going to be funding this expedition, so we don't have to worry about her. Not doing it. A lot of people didn't like this experience. It did feel like a when an anime catches up to the manga. I don't know what it's called, but like they do a summer story that isn't in the manga, and then when they come back from the summer story, they get back to the main story again. You don't ever talk about what happened. It's how it feels. The 6X storyline was with Zero. I trust that Zero will show up again in like 3 expansions. And they're gonna make, yeah. But until then, it's like, this was like, okay. But I mean, like, we never got to the point where I thought was gonna happen was like that. We were gonna feed the light, we were gonna continuously feed light into the dark, into 14, and 14 was gonna continuously feed darkness into light until they like equalize. And make their planet, the planet's hospitable again. But that didn't happen yet. There was no meanwhile. Wow. Lest you wonder about your passage to Toral, Aaronville will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about... Excuse me. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well on your coming adventures. Napkin. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured, I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. You're somewhere in the summer. This? Is this like research has proven that wearing a knapsack or similar greatly reduces the likelihood of being pestered with questions about how you can carry so many items. Great. It's the Superman trope. Okay. Meanwhile, in Limsa Mensa. Excuse me. Estinian!
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
So he randomly goes to Tyrell, and we meet him up there. Small world, isn't it? Meanwhile, in old Charlian, chat cred. Oh. And in your around, Jay. What's he looking at? Brita?
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
Oh, so you're villains this time.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Oh no, we get to fight Chadcred next expansion. I don't know about that, guys.
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Wait 6 months. Don't take your time. You don't want to be over there too long by yourselves.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Tyrell.
What's over here?
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north?
No, I don't think so.
The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Doing that now. Okay, we anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of a new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizons bond and tread the gilded path beyond. It's backpack. We got boots, lantern, bedroll. Everything we need for a grand adventure, Mr. Frodo. All right. Yeah, we only have to wait 6 more months. I wouldn't look that up. I can't remember how to find that. codex. It's a mini codex. When would they put? Where's the unending codex? I can't remember. It's been months. Sorry, I just really wanted to see what they put for MSQ. The ending. I don't remember where to find it. Nobody on, so I can't figure it out from them. Oh well. Let's see. Key. Even better. Awesome. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know what they haven't shown us what Ishtola's gonna do when the new expansion. She was the only one we didn't see. They don't know where Stanian's gonna fall. Probably gonna be with us because it seems like he's been doing that lately. He's just going with us and everything. Or he might be on his own with one of the challengers. I can see Ishtola being by herself as well, with her own challenger as well. Gra's basically staying behind and being babysitter to the new school. Yeah. And for now, the twins are with us. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, seeing where it goes. Hopefully it's not going to be too much like BFA, because I was not a fan of BFA for WoW. I mean, I'm fine with South American and I guess Western scenes. I just wasn't a fan of BFA, and that was the last time I did South American type storyline. And so it's like, yeah, I'm still kind of, it's like too tsunami type thing for them. But it's Yoshi P and I trust them. And I really want to see Solution 9, what that is. Everybody wants to know about that. So, yeah. Now, let's go back to Rise at Hand, and we'll start the, wrong one. Go back to Rise at Hand, and we'll do the Hildy story.
Hey, they're fun. My voices, yeah. Duplicity and duplication. Dillian. Oh, Evan, you're just in time to assist with my latest fact-finding expedition. Our recent foray into Charlene revealed that Poo-Poo's friend was in the company of a honest alchemist, yes. As such, I was inspired to do some preliminary legwork here in Thavnair. I contacted my usual sources for local sightings of alien phenomena, but alas, they had none to share. I have thus switched tactics and decided to track down this alchemist fellow instead. Surely someone will have heard the tale that apothecary bold enough to set up shop on a Garlean battlefield. The inspector and the others have been pursuing a similar line of inquiry, yet have found no leads here in the city or at the great work. I believe they've moved their investigation to the middle. Sorry. So I suggest we hurry over and join them. I cannot have that little blue man muddying the waters when we're so close to grasping his master plan.
Hey, sorry, I get a kick out of making him sound like all the conspiracy theorists that I see on YouTube. They all sound the same. It seems like so. So I hope I don't offend anyone, but I think it's funny. Where is he? There he is. This port town would be an excellent place to analyze global trading trends.
Oh, my friend is an exceptional individual, capable of astounding feats that I could never accomplish without the help of my starship equipment. What else can you tell us about your long-lost comrade, Master Poo-Poo? I always click those backwards. Awesome.
I see the two of you are eager as ever to observe my expectorial genius at work. Ah, the long-term fans are often the most ardent. As a matter of fact, we were just about to continue our investigation into the alchemist we know to have been traveling with Master Poo-Poo's comrade. I mean, that is to say, I'm merely following in the Inspector's wake. You needn't be so modest, my dear Inspector Brandehild. 'Twas wrong of me to comport myself as an equal to you all in any respect, for I am about a copy, and a flaw one at that. Stuff and nonsense, clone or not, self-deprecation is unbecoming in a Monderville man.
Exactly. The things you can do are amazing.
Oh, I don't know about that. 'Twas you who saved Eving from certain doom, was it not? While not quite as accurate as mine, your rapid reasoning is nevertheless quite effective. 'Tis kind of you to accept me, rough edges and all. I only hope my meager contributions are of some small assistance.
Too modest by half. I'd say his mental faculties are far surpass those of the original.
That's enough chin-wagging amongst ourselves, I think. Let us spread out and learn what the locals know of this adventurous apothecary.
Are you gonna possess Professor Love finally, dude? Ever? No? Oh well. Someday. Inspector Brandehill is possessed of a brilliant mind. If he were willing to work for the Thavnarian truth, I'd employ him in a heartbeat.
Do I know any apothecaries in Razahan? Of course, more than I can count. I've not heard tell of anyone peddling such goods in the heart of the Empire, though. Seems like a terrible idea to me. What, with civil war raging and the world almost ending? The situation has improved in recent days, but even so, the Radiant Host still has to provide security for cargo shipments. A lone merchant trading there alone? Impossible. I know of many merchants who travel abroad to ply their wares, but none who have business in Garlemald. You'd have to be mad or desperate indeed to consider setting up shop in that troubled land. I mean, word is we've signed some kind of trade agreement with the Garleans, but it's still not the kind of place where one simply wanders in and opens a street stall. You can thank Alfie for that. Yes, I know the one of whom you speak. A fellow fisherman told me of a friend of his, an apothecary who set off for war-torn Garlemald to sell his medicines. A reckless fool, if you ask me. I've no interest in the affairs of such men, but you do, I take it? If so, I suggest you head to there and hear the tale for yourself. Look for a red-haired lad there gathering shellfish. Is it a kid? Inspect a blocky man of quality.
I'll fill your inquiries.
Healing too? Looks like it.
Evening. I hope your questioning has borne fresher fruit than mine. Oh ho, a good friend of the alchemist in question, you say? Then let us gather the troops and pay a visit to this felicitous fisherman.
I don't have to actually do it. Cool. That was a boy. That is a man. The story of my apothecary friend? Oh, you must mean Baharshraf. Well, I was near enough to calling it a day anyway, so here's what I can tell you. Baharshraf comes from a very poor family, and growing up never had much in the way of money or possessions. I suppose those experiences are what led to his lifelong obsession with gaining wealth. After trying his hand at a succession of trades, he decided alchemy would earn him the most skill, but his stock never sold as well as he hoped. So when he heard about the internal strife in Garlemald, he saw it as a golden opportunity. Surely the middle of a war was the best place to sell medicines. More like the best place for near-death experiences. He soon gave up on his Garlemald venture, but while one would have expected him to return lamenting his ill fortune, Baharshraf was practically euphoric when I saw him again. A God-giving blessing he'd found in the snowfields had given him much cause to celebrate. He said he'd learned how to create gold. I must admit, I laughed at that. Gold? You can make gold? Gold? We don't have to go to Toral after all. We can just stay here and make gold here. But then he showed me a glowing mountain of the stuff. Enough to proclaim himself a merchant prince. He even changed his name to Van Huldi, a word which brings to mind the bounty of the divine. Oh, so he's cloning gold. He's not creating gold, he's cloning it.
A name I have heard. He's the rising star in the markets, is he not? The one snapping up commercial ventures left and right.
Yes, Van Huldi has certainly made his ambitions known here in Davnir, especially when he attempted to purchase the entire port of Hildibrand. The dockmasters declined to sell, of course, but when it comes to buying historic landmarks, a bottomless purse can open surprising doors. Last I heard, he converted the Gilded Araya into a private abode and has been filling it with every rare treasure his gold can secure. He pays out particularly large sums for artworks depicting the goddess Asura. I remember him being a fervent worshiper of hers, even as a child.
I've encountered much Manusia and Murga lore in Radzahan, yet I recall no mention of this Asura.
Well, that's hardly surprising. As a deity of war, she is not well loved by the common folk. Baharshraf is different, though. He sees life as a constant battle to amass wealth. It is the Asura whom he prays for victory. And damn me if she didn't listen. That once poor boy became merchant royalty, a man far too rich and important now to afford more than a fleeting moment for simple fishermen, even those who were once dear friends. If you excuse me, I really must leave it at that. These clams won't sell themselves, you know.
How about that, huh? Our sought-after apothecary and the upstart merchant prince were one and the same. Might we assume the blessing he stumbled upon in Garlemald was a certain alien craft and its occupant?
Sorry to intrude, but aren't you the hero who helped us when folk were turning into beasts? Well, some nasty-looking creature just showed up outside town. One of our guards went to confront it, but I don't like her odds against that thing.
This sounds like a case for Inspector Hildibrand. Come, friends, let us investigate forthwith.
He's back. I thought we destroyed that monster.
I have the situation under control, citizens. This individual bears a strong resemblance to a known fugitive, so I thought it prudent to investigate. Regrettably, he has proven less than forthcoming with answers. How many times must we teach you the same lesson, Shiny Skull Man?
Listen, what are you on about? Bah, cease this babbling and get out of my way. Lord Van Hoody's orders are to cause trouble at the port, and I'm running behind schedule.
Van Hoody, the merchant who tried to buy Yoda Mod, so he put you up to this.
Curses, how did you manage to do our dastardly plan?
You just gave it to us. You just blurted it out to us.
Oh. You blurted it out. There. Silence! No one who learns of our scheme can be suffered to live. Prepared to be squashed. Meddlesome worms.
Manderville kick!
There's more.
3 more sinister skullmen. Was the doctor a quadruplet?
It's Mommy. Mommy Harley. Uh-oh. Run away! Run away!
Mother?
Vexatious vermin! This will soften you up. No!
Bang.
Bah, a lucky hit.
Uh-oh. Cheap!
Run away! Hey, run away.
Oh.
One last pitch. Calling a shot. How dare you call your shot against me? fine. I dare you to get this.
Unlimited heavy hitting special.
All right. It could go all the way.
But that was my fastball!
I've come to expect Father's sudden appearances, but what brings you here, Mother?
A proposition from that merchant Van Hoody. As a matter of fact, I'm accompanying your dad as a manager for Mandeville and Mandeville, and we were just on our way to the bloke's mansion.
I've already refused Master Van Hoody once before when he tried to buy out our commercial empire. This time, however, the deal concerns offloading a quantity of gold at wholesale prices. It is quite an attractive offer considering fine jewelry is our stock in trade, and we thought to at least listen to his proposal. But if he would purposely command his lackeys to disturb the peace of a public report,
We can't do business with a thug like that. Absolutely not. Where did all those lackeys come from in the first place? Is there a hulking weaponized brute manufactory around here somewhere? As I suspected, my ship's vaporizing beam is configured to expunge only replicated matter. So you can copy inorganic materials as well? How interesting.
once the matter duplication facility has analyzed an object's molecular structure, it can generate any number of copies. Yet it cannot create matter from nothing. A requisite supply of ether must be on hand to facilitate the process.
Core, you sure do know a lot about a lot. Inspector Brendan Hildy, even alien starships.
Tis no great achievement. As I've mentioned, the gaps in my knowledge were patched with data from the starship's own archives, which included the vessel's full schematics and functions.
Assuming I understand this correctly, is it possible Van Hoody is using the repaired alien craft to replicate piles and piles of gold? Yes. Yes. Welcome to the...
We share the same suspicion, Master Dillion. To my knowledge, no other method exists that can reliably produce precious metals. Of course, 'tis the obvious conclusion. That being the case, one might further assume that Van Hoody is either threatening or deceiving Master Poo-Poo's comrade in order to gain access to the vessel's superior technology.
Very good.
Our course of action is clear. We march right up to this gold spawner's front door and demand the release of his extraterrestrial hostage.
Yeah. He's sad.
Dum 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 dum.
I was hesitant to put stock in the unsavory rumors I'd heard, but this unprovoked attack on the port would seem to be incontrovertible proof of Van Hoody's villainy.
Good to see you, Evening, and good to see you're still keeping company with our darling boy. That
blocky lad a new friend of yours? Smooth off the edges and he'd be the spitting image of our Hildy. Yeah, about that. The inspector's mother is as monstrously strong as the Manderville men, except that doesn't make any sense.
All this talk of threats and deceit has me worried.
I'm given to understand that, while identical in appearance, the craft belonging to Master Pupu's comrade is equipped with more advanced technology.
That was a smashing hit, Evening. By the way,
We must confront this malicious merchant at once. If your heart's set on confrontation, then you may as well come with us. Van Hoody's invitation included a private airship flight to his new estate.
We still need to formally reject his deal anyways, and his plot will be waiting. And his pilot will be waiting.
a present. I love presents. It's present day.
Shall we be on our way? We're to meet Van Hoody's pilots atop the rise just south of Kanjaya's footsteps.
Lord Godberg, Lady Julian, and others. And entourage?
Pray excuse our presumptuousness. My son and his companions insisted they come along, desperate as they were to meet with this illustrious Master Van Hoody.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, you're looking at the right person. I see. One moment, if you please. Sorry.
Welcome, honored guests, to my humble abode. I trust the view is to your liking. Since you traveled all the way from distant Alda, a pleasant backdrop to our talks was the least I could provide. And what an unexpected boon this is. I had been debating when to extend you a personal invitation, but now here you are, like a wish come true.
Save your act for the magistrates, Van Hoody. We know the secret of your ill-gotten gold. You will cease this exploitation of alien technology and release your hostages into the care of Master Pupu at once.
Unraveled all my schemes, have you? Good. I needn't waste my breath on tedious explanations then. This is Master Poo-Poo, I presume? I do have his fellow alien here with me, yes. As for exploiting their technology, I freely admit to I freely admit to duplicating a quite frankly obscene amount of gold, but that was merely the beginning. Imagine making copy after copy of the deadliest weapons in existence. Wouldn't the world itself be yours for the taking? Let's get straight to the point. I want you at my side. With the vaunted warrior of light as the template for my clone warrior, we could conquer this and every other land in creation.
I refuse, categorically and emphatically. That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah. That's not a bad idea, actually. A splendid jest, my friend. A splendid and not at all indicated megalomaniacal ambition jest, yes? Of course it was. Our redoubtable Evening would never dream of accepting such a contemptible proposal. No.
A pity. Yet I anticipated you would prove an impediment to my sessions. Yes, it seems the time has come to test Lugay's ritual of manifestation. I was prepared long in advance of your coming. This tower holds not only mundane treasures, but also caches of crystals. As for the requisite congregation of worshippers, well, I had but to clone myself. After all, who is more devoted to my cause and my goddess than me?
He's getting away. You should go after him.
Divine Asura, take up thy blades and wage war upon mine earthly rival.
You summoning a primal? Really? I thought we were past this. I thought we were done with primals like this. I thought this was in the past. This was a Heidelin Zodiac storyline thing, not a going forward thing. But I guess we're gonna do the primal.
Me.
No, Hildibrand. Against the primal, we may be more hindrance than help. We dare not remain within a sphere of influence. Emo? Best of luck, my friend. I must make a gentlemanly withdrawal.
Yep. Bye! Bye! Run away! Please don't be hard. I don't want a hard fight. I want something easy and fun. Should be instantaneous. We should be able to get this right away. Shouldn't take very long at all. The Gilded Araya. Now accessible.
Reminds me of Shiva. Like the actual Shiva, not the Final Fantasy Shiva.
I expected this to be a little quicker than this with everybody doing this today. Come in, people. Hey, here we go. 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 Click the button. Level Gilded Araya. Three-faced, not two-faced, a three-faced. False. Manusia.
I am Asura, and on battle I thrive. Have you the courage and strength to face me?
I screwed up my
Or
rotation.
will you bleed? The frail shall fall. You've not time to blink.
Whoopsie. Thanks, Ricky.
Tremble before the might of the minutiae. Come forth, embodiment of carnage. Revel on the bloody field of war. The spirit of battle awakens. Sharp is the lesson. The weak shall perish. Hear the gleaming edge. Unmerciful light shine upon you.
Yeah.
Behold the six-fold blade.
I didn't get hit. Well, that's two.
Fury be my strength. I will scatter your bones. Show me your steel. spirit of battle awakens. Unmerciful light shine upon you. Show me your steel. Sharp is the lesson. Hear the gleaming edge. Behold the six-fold blade.
The fuck am I getting hit by? I know I got hit by the last one, but only before that I did not get clipped.
The face of battle is ever changing. Joyful is your downfall. I will scatter your bones. Will you dodge or will you bleed?
That was not very good. I did not do that very good. That was my first time doing it. I've never done it before. I didn't get a chance, and I didn't really look it up. I'm gonna give it to OD. Since he was main tank. I got a commendation? Why did I get a commendation? Good show, evening. 'Twould seem you thoroughly trounced that pesky primal. And even as we speak, Mother and Father should be informing the Radiant host of that despicable Van Hoody's wrongdoings.
Divine Asura defeated. Turn the wheel. We flee for now.
Do we?
Who is flying the starship without my permission? The treasure is mine and mine alone.
You called your vessel, Master Poo-Poo?
No, I didn't. It's my friendship.
It's going down like the Hildibrand. Oh.
It's Master Poopy friend. Mr. Peepee?
At last, the moment of sweet reunion is at hand.
I'm so relieved to see you safe. Likewise, my friend. But why did you open fire on the airship? Didn't that man help you after your crash? He did, at first. He pulled me from the wreck and saw to it that my vessel was repaired. So in return, I replicated whatever trinket he desired and taught him the basics of starship technology. But that resolved to be a terrible error in judgment. When I was affected by one of the star's unique pathogens, he took advantage of my weakened state. He seized my ship, flew me out to the jungle, and there left me to die. Slowly, agonizingly, I was able to synthesize a cure for my affliction, and then I came back to reclaim my property. This experience has led me to conclude that the dominant sentient life forms here are dull-witted, cruel, and entirely unsuited to peaceful cohabitation. We must launch a full-scale invasion. It is the only way to guarantee our survival. No, they are not all like that. These ones have been nothing but kind to me. Oh yes, they're all smiles until they laser you in the back. We have to strike first before they show their true colors. Die, you infidels! Die! How dare you attack me? Uh-oh. It can go boom. The ship's reactor core has been breached. If it explodes, everyone in the vicinity will be atomized, and we're all in the vicinity!
I think I got a question mark. Think, damn it, think! If I'm to stop the explosion, I need to traverse a considerable distance to the starship, but I can conceive of no logical solution. I think I've come to an apostrophe.
I think you mean an epiphany. Lightning just came down and it struck my head.
Inspector Brandehild, you must employ my father's mighty moves to propel me to the vessel. I too have calculated that Lord Godward's signature techniques are our only means of achieving sufficient propulsion. Yet there is a flaw in your proposal. I lack the strength to properly perform the throw, and I have no time to teach you the starship's controls. Inspector Hildibrand, it is you who must fling me. Nodders. Skyward, as only a Manderville can! Wrong way, dumbass! I lost my grip. Another apostrophe. Given my trajectory of velocity, the correct shift in posture should generate enough lift and processional motion to, yes, I can still make it. Oh, a boomerang, huh?
Cute.
Yeah, you have one more chance before it locks you out, dude. It's too late. The reactor's going critical. There's only one way to save the day. Get some more sevens in chat. Inspector Brandyhild. Our brief time together was more than any defective clone could ask for. Be well, my friends.
Why did we not get that as a mount? Well, we do. I think we do.
Pretty. Is this place closed for Inspector Brandyhild?
Nay, my loyal assistant, as a chip off the old gentleman, our dear Brandyhild has surely survived to tell the tale. We shall see him again. Mark my words.
You rescued me, even though I tried to incinerate you with highly intensified plasma blasts. Even at the cost of one of your own. If only I could make amends and earn your forgiveness, but alas.
There's naught to forgive. With this blocky constitution, Inspector Brandyhill will be just fine, I assure you. As a friend of Master Poo-Poo, you are a friend of ours. And what are a few minor plasma burns among friends, eh? Huh?
Our home planet. It was lost to a phenomenon you call the Final Days. We survived only because we were way exploring the cosmos at the time.
Everything goes back to Twitter. Everything's being blamed on the Twitter.
Our exploration, which had heretofore served no purpose but curiosity, shifted to a search for safe haven. We visited countless stars, but all had succumbed to the same insidious ruin as our own. Growing desperate, we decided to settle on any suitable refuge we could find, whether it was popular or not. If the native beings were hospitable, we would live peacefully alongside them. If not, then we were prepared to claim a new home by force. So it was that I arrived at your miraculous planet. Lulled by the apparent absence of metaphysical chaos, I blundered into a mundane war zone, where I was promptly shot out of the sky. The rest you already know. Having fallen behind during our search, I hurried here when my communications received no answer. That was when I met you, Inspector Hildibrand. Those touched by the despair of the final days are reduced to beasts. Given our savage willingness to invade your star, it would seem that, in a sense, we fell prey to that despair after all. Fortunately, my encounter with you generous people brought me to my senses, an outcome for which I am profoundly grateful. That said, there is nowhere else for us to go. Would it be too much to ask for us to live here, on your star?
Well, of course you may stay. And I suspect you'll be wishing to repair your damaged vessel? Uh-oh.
Away!
Mummy!
Oh, Inspector, not again! Wait for me!
Ho ho ho! Never a dull moment around our Hildibrand.
At least we needn't worry if the ship crashes, not with an impervious Mandervillian on board.
Oh, funny you should mention that. Upon reviewing the Manderville family tree, it was made clear that a lord without heirs of his own passed the name to an adopted child several generations ago.
Are you saying that you and your son are not direct descendants of Hildibrand, the alien progenitor of the Manderville line? Then how do you explain your unnatural sturdiness?
When it comes to building strength and perfecting gentlemanly technique, 'tis not one's lineage which matters, but rather the unbending conviction within one's heart. Though Hildibrand's bloodline be broken, House Manderville shall live on through us.
If the begoggled boy can't swallow that explanation, I've also heard talk of some unseen power driven by feelings and emotions. Could that be you and Hildy's tapped into that cosmic essence? You mean limit break?
Ho ho ho! If that's the case, then you must be positively swimming in it, my dear. Oh, you dumbass.
Run away! Run away, everyone! Don't get caught in the crosshairs!
Everyone, things appear to be under control here, so let us return to the city, shall we? Once more do I find myself hurtling at superlative speed towards an unknown destination. Another day, another thrilling case for Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Thanks to an enlightening conversation with Master Poo-Poo on the way back, I believe I have the answers required to proceed with our weaponsmithing project. You needn't neglect your other commitments, of course, but I would welcome your continued cooperation. And with that, I bid you good day.
Thank you all for looking out for our beloved son. I'm sure him and the blocky lad will be back for more cases before you know it.
You've gone above and beyond for us, Evie, so I'd like you to have the one replicated starship we made. It doesn't have the duplication facility or other such technology on board. What the fuck, dude? Why are you being so stingy? But it will carry you through the skies. Use the key to call it whenever you wish.
I want to duplicate gold.
As for the two of us, we decided to get to know our new home better by embarking on a journey of exploration. And so this is where we must say our farewells. Thank you for everything. We are fortunate indeed to have met you.
Goodbye, Master Poo-Poo. Goodbye, Master Poo-Poo's friend that we never gave a name to. It seems Poo-Poo wasn't planning an invasion after all. He even tried to stop his friend from launching an attack. I'm calling an end to this investigation, Evie. Your unfailing support during this entire deal has been most appreciated. I couldn't say that better if I tried. Of course not. Thanks to you, I was able to discern the inner workings of Charlian and even travel to the surface of the moon in search of the truth. And when my own conspiracies threatened to blind me, you were there to open my eyes to the true shape of things. But this world yet harbors its share of the strange and the inexplicable, not the least of which is the source of Hildibrand's impossible physiology. If not an alien, then mayhap he's the product of a hyper-advanced civilization from the distant past, the descendant of some gruesome biological experiment. Social 9. Someone needs to plumb the depths of these unexplained phenomena, and I'm the very man for the job.
Yay! A gentleman to walk with me, a Christian role. And yeah. Alien blood never flowed in their veins. Their source of strength and enigma remains. A dynamic folk, their clothing bespoke. A gentleman family, the good house Vanderbilt. A true inspector is born from the heart. La 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 lee, la la. La 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 dee dee da da. La la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Yay! Hildibrand will return. Yay!
Familiar? It's like the same as the last one. Come on, dude, you gotta stop simping and actually profess your love. No matter how much work you do, dude, you're not gonna get taller. Is he already back? I thought he was being sent to Tyrell. Oh, it's the head.
sneaky. He rolled a 1 on hide. And doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
Back. Yay. Nothing lost, nothing gained. Alright, so, and done with Hildy. Go do the tribal, which starts in Face on my god. Jammy way. Dinner and a shower.
Here for a status report, Eving? I quite understand. I get terribly anxious whenever I have to step away from the cafe. Why, just the other day, I returned to find that a Gribolov had stuck behind the counter to bathe in the soup. Such incidents aside, the last drive couldn't be more successful. We're bustling with business, and Elysian is thriving. Yet, as the manager of this operation, I would be remiss not to ponder new ways to juice a little more happiness out of this carrot. Where this unit hastens to indicate that the current levels of juice and happiness are within optimal parameters. Any attempt to push either beyond capacity may prove disruptive to the present equilibrium. Of course it would be disruptive, you glorified can opener. A threat to the status quo it may be, but innovation is the lifeblood of business, and think of our patrons' delight should we treat them to, say, thrilling entertainment over a cup of carrot coffee. Whatever we do needs to be truly spectacular, though, so good that even the Nibirum won't simply stare morosely. If only I had any ideas whatsoever.
The dreaming ways, full of ideas, can't vouch for. The dreaming ways are full of ideas, can't vouch for quality though.
Really now? I had heard that they were cooking up something in the pole, but I had no idea the project was such a success. I must see it for myself. Interested in a trip to Bestway Burrow even? I'd appreciate your opinion on any possibilities I turn up. I trust you can mind the cafe in 7000. Contact me via the Ragnarok system should there be any more soup scandals. This unit has cafe or operations fully under control. Whether you would-be visionary life form will come up with a decent idea is more difficult to calculate with certainty. This is gonna be an expensive fucking quest. I can already see it. Hopers hold. Yeah, do it here. So this is the new Hopper's Hold, eh? I must say, it's a significant improvement over the old crates and buckets. As for these stations that everyone's hopping to join, that one over there is a true work of art. I particularly appreciate their taste in subject matter. However, one can hardly expect half a dozen civilizations to share the same aesthetic sensibilities. I shudder to imagine the pontification and gunfire that would ensue if we asked our patrons to paint a mural. Those machines remind me of N7000, right down to the ears. They would fit in quite well with our current staff. Then again, that would hardly be an innovative addition, would it? We already have more condescending numerical projections than we could possibly need. I suppose music is another matter of taste, though. Those lobberds certainly seem to be having fun. Do you think a mournful dragon would enjoy being blasted with laser lights while it sings its ancient melodies? No? Pity. The shop? Perhaps our patrons would enjoy a selection of knickknacks sold alongside our regular menu items. The mining those Omicron coins requires a truly exorbitant amount of processing power. And what if increased circulation led to a drop in omni-token value? Mother forfend! This station looks familiar. I wonder if Cooking Way has any new recipes to share. Steal. But there is quite a bit of carrot on the menu already. N7000 would have doubtless whir and wing about the lack of variety. Gasp! Is that a broadcasting station? Oh, I do so love a good transmitter. I wonder what sort of messages they're sending.
You're listening to the Hope FM. Stay tuned for more talking and ways all day and all night. Moon time.
Color me intrigued. Ensuring widespread access to receivers seems like hard work, but well worth the effort indeed. We could adjust the tuning of the Ragnarok's communication facilities to receive this transmission in the last dregs. But it still may not provide the level of crowd-pleasing excitement we're aiming for, While each and every one of these stations is wonderful in its own right, I fear none are quite suitable for our goals. Perhaps Dreaming Way can dream up something special for us. Oh, evening, and is that Jamming Way? It's been so long, I had started to think they were avoiding me. I finished my quest, so I was done here. Sorry, that's how it goes. You opened a cafe out in Ultima Thule? That's one mother of a dream. And business is booming. Well, I am honored to be consulted about your upcoming event. Now we only need to work out what it is. Have you spoken with Talking Way yet? They receive letters from listeners across the star. Surely one or two have mentioned exciting happenings on theirs. Wait here. I present Talking Way.
It's a pleasure to see you again. I would be happy to assist in your endeavors, however I can.
Forgive me, but have we met before?
Yes. You would remember me as Counseling Way, but I've recently taken the name Talking Way in honor of my new dream.
How wonderful. I look forward to working with you, Talking Way.
Dreaming Way mentioned that you were in search of rousing entertainment for your patrons, and one possibly hops to mind. If our listener mail is any indication, Dabner's hippo cart races have been drawing quite the crowd of late. Folk come from far and wide to see those hippos hurdle, tis said.
Hurdling hippos? hurdling hippos? Why, that does sound exciting. We could set up a race course in the necropolis to give the Streg's patrons a prime view of the action. A stirring contest of speed and skill, the likes of which Ultimo Thule has never before seen. Surely that will pique even the neighbor's interest. Any ideas on how we might approach these hippo racers, Evie? Their leader is a friend of yours? You really don't know everyone. I hope we can count on you for an introduction. A hippo hustle in Ultima Thule sounds like the sort of entertainment that should be available to all. Could our radio station provide a live broadcast of the event? But of course! With our acting as a relay, there's no signal we cannot boost.
I should like nothing more than to share the joy of such an experience with our listeners across the Theros. And I certainly would be curious to attend myself.
Then it's settled. We'll make a start on the preparations. I trust you can convince the hippos to traverse the sea of stars. To Thevner! You said we're looking for a woman named Turna, correct?
Sure, it's been a while.
Ooh, I can hardly wait. In fact, I can't. See you there.
Wait, is that? No, you're joking, yeah. I'm a good driver. I don't run into things.
This little one with you? They've been there patting their ears for a while now and staring. Got a lot of staring going on. Radio? Yeah, I've heard of it. One of my crew lugged a radio contraption all the way here from Old Charlion. That could be who sent you the letter about the Hanish Hippo Hustle, come to think of it.
Your races are the talk of the star. We'd love to bring that sort of excitement out to Ultima Thule, though it is a wee bit of a trek from here.
Ultima who? No, now them I ain't never heard of. They live across the sea somewhere, I take it? As buoyant as our hippos are, we can't send them out in the wide world on their own. You'd need Akala and me to raise them safely, and I have too much work here at home to abandon my post. I can't thank you enough for taking an interest in our operation, though.
Oh. It's truly a shame, but I would hate to make the hippo riders disappoint their own customers in the name of entertaining ours. What to do?
I'm sorry to turn you down, especially after you came all this way.
Dreaming Way and Talking Way, we're excited for this plan too. We mustn't give up just yet. I'm calling a strategy meeting to be held, well, that post over there looks like as good a place as any. Yeah, the hippos don't want to go on out to space. I understand Turner's passion for her work. I feel the same about my own. Perhaps someone else might race on her behalf.
I'm not gonna do it. I have way too much things to do with my time. No. Turn a race.
I heard your conversation, Akala. I want to race Turna, and I know Turna wants to race.
Akala? You're the one Turner mentioned, aren't you?
never. Turner's work ends. When she finishes with hippos, she teaches us the common tongue so we fade in. She teaches us harness manners and fairness in trade. I find your language difficult, but my speaking improves. Turner says so. But Turner has no time to ride hippos now. She cares about hippos and the hippo riders. Her kin, always, she helps us. But she forgets we can help her. Always, we want to help her.
I see. Turner is a great leader, but she takes her every responsibility upon herself. No wonder she has no time left over to raise hippos.
Always, Turner, listen to you. You must talk sense at her.
Yes, I quite agree. If in her heart of hearts Turner wants to raise, that's all the more reason for us to host a hippo hustle. Do you think you can convince her to come around?
No, I don't think it's in my power. I think we're gonna fail. Might as well give up now.
You hold it right there. I know that look. But you'll find I ain't so easily persuaded.
The following events cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending blah blah blah. Talk sense.
Oh, it's like the fish all over again. Yay. You know how important our delivery business is. You helped us get our start, so why try to talk me out of it?
Reasons. I know you live for excitement. Don't you want to explore the unknown?
Of course I would. There's only so many times you can race the same course without it starting to feel like a chore. But too many folks are relying on our services for me to go gallivanting.
I'll survive for a few days without shawarma delivery. Akala's worried about you, you know. Doesn't your hippo deserve a change of scenery? Akala's worried about you, you know.
I told him there ain't nothing to worry about. I miss racing, to be sure, but the hippo riders come first. Business couldn't be better, and I like to keep it that way.
Have I ever led you astray before? Surely it won't fall apart in just one day. I recall a heartwarming lesson learned during the inaugural Hanish Hippo Hustle.
That was a race for the ages, to be sure, and it was all thanks to our team here. Like I always say, you can only do so much by yourself. I do say that, don't I? Yeah, here I am, acting like Akala back when he first got here. Guess I was right that him and I ain't so different, in more ways than I knew. Alright, fine. The hippo riders will pull together to keep things moving in Devner, and you'll have your race.
Excuse me.
You talk good sense. You win, you win. Just give me a moment to speak with Maru and Gasa.
So this race of yours will be taking place in a faraway land? I had best join you, for everyone's safety, of course.
I knew you would come through for us. Why, you had her convincing yourself by the end.
I know. I'm that good at talking.
N7000, is that you?
Affirmative. Several shrill life forms have come bearing word of a hippo hustle to take place in the necropolis. As serving units have automatically initialized advertising protocols, this unit requests swift confirmation that these reports are accurate.
They are accurate, and tell those units that I like their initiative. As for my fellow elaborate life forms, I recommend a tall class of carriages for each. They're sure to place additional orders.
Acknowledge.
Interference? Testing, testing. Please respond.
Prioritizing requests for managerial assistance on the customer service front. Ending transmission.
Don't you terminate this transmission on me. Rude. What was that all about? I wonder. What was that all about? I wonder.
That's the right way to say it.
A present! I get another present today! Alright! Initiating a new call doesn't work either. I doubt that it's anything serious, but perhaps you should check on N7000 just in case. You typically carry at least one object suitable for a light bludgeoning, do you not? I'll work out the final details with Turner and see the Hippo Rider safely to Ultima Thule. I trust that the cafe will be intact when we arrive. Time to find out how many hippos the Ragnar's can hold.
No harm will come to our comrades on my watch, and I shall be watching quite avidly, I expect.
I'm coming. Hold your hippos. Race be good. I can feel it.
You get to go talk to N7000. Oops. The music here is bad. I don't like it. Bring back PTSD. PTSD from this music. Dang it. Wrong one. Your return is most welcome. However, one managerial life form remains conspicuously absent. Understood. This unit will initiate idling protocols until jamming wave arrives. Carrot-based refreshments have already been distributed to the newcom life forms.
And such refreshing refreshments they were.
Furthermore, as your sensory organs will have detected, the usual customers have vacated the premises. This unit will now convey additional context once upon a time code.
So to sum up, we no longer need worry for a lack of patrons. In fact, the last dregs being empty is quite inconceivable.
Where is everybody? Why did they leave?
Evening. Oh, thank the sisters. Wasn't sure we'd make it, especially after that experimental aetherite.
Oi, where are our customers? You had one job. You buttons for brains?
Elevator body temperature detected in nagging life form. This unit recommends swift consumption of chilled liquids. As for the customers, they have temporarily ceased their consumption of fine cafe fare to prepare for the upcoming race.
You're coming back for it later?
I don't want one of these. Why didn't I get one of these as a minion? It's so unfair. Wait, I think I did.
The Corellians procured a transport vessel with the assistance of Stigma 4. Presently, the global citizens and freedom fighters are conducting a joint test drive. Meanwhile, the Grebulovs expressed a long-standing desire to float about within the memes, which were eagerly volunteered by their caretakers to serve as seeds. This unit's ethical algorithms are still processing. The dragons, too, intend to participate. Soaring through Elysium's mountains has revived their passion for flight, and they have expressed a desire to see more of Ultima Thule from above.
Unexpected, but I'll take it. So long as our patrons reach happiness, the means by which they travel matters not.
This unit agrees and hopes that all patrons will replete with joy upon their inevitable defeat by the superior Omicron vehicle. Artillery may be involved.
Artillery? Artillery is no match for Alcala. I dodge. This is shaping up to be a gauntlet fiercer than Barnum's metal.
This unit also invited the Nibirum to share the singular experience of losing to the Omicrons, but their registration remains pending. Nevertheless, they have conceded to observe the other civilization preparations.
We'll have to hope that the overall excitement sweeps them up eventually. For now, we have our own preparations to attend to.
On that note, this unit recalls that the inventing lifeform wished to speak with Eving regarding said preparations. Reports of critical levels of static electricity indicate the likely presence of this ally at base Omicron.
Others?
Now, this unit must return to supervising Stigma 4's production of racetrack features, engaging enthusiasm protocols.
This will be our last broadcast. This will be our best broadcast yet. I can feel it. If Inventing Way is having difficulties with the radio relay, don't hesitate to direct him to me. I have a knack for whacking unruly machines into shape, if I do say so myself. But first, I should prepare a drink or two to help our Hanish guest feel at home. Perhaps some carrot chai.
Grandmother always said that not reveals more about a people than their food, and these dishes certainly look educational, which would Rakasha like most, I wonder.
Odd spot for a restaurant. I don't reckon delivery to down there would be sustainable in the long run, but we should bring some grub back for Maru, at least. Later, we race. For now, we lunch.
You back? I don't want you forward. How do I get back? Oh, I think this is it.
Inventing Way. Aha! Just the person of Atheris I was hoping to see. As our Omicron friend doubtless relayed to you, this race is no longer a mere spectator sport. The people of Ultima Thule will be bringing the best their civilization has to offer, and they mean to win. Should the Arcasadora then be left to defend Atheris' honor all on their own? Nay, says I. Mother put her faith in the myriad peoples of the star for a reason. Fortunately, we brought a number of moonhoppers to help prepare for the hustle. With a little help from good old Inventing Way, there's no reason that one can't haul you to victory.
I had hoped to enjoy the contest. Enter the contest.
Then the moment of our triumph will soon be upon us. I have already taken the liberty of altering this moonhopper, dazzle your competition with a hyper hop step, or press the big boost button to outstrip them with ease. Actually, why not do both? Do mind your power reserves though. Even with my prodigious skill, there are only so many batteries I can shove into this chassis. Now hop along until N7000 to add one more entrant to the roster. I'll catch up once I've discovered where this final screw belongs.
What? No, extra screw? Jamming Way asked for my help at the starting line. Me being an expert and all.
First, I have eaten. Now, victory awaits. This is gonna be one queer hustle.
Was Inventing Way annoying the Omicrons? Perhaps we can learn from his methods.
Race preparations continue in accordance with projections. Did the inventing life form raise any matters of note?
I'm gonna join. I have my own vehicle and everything. It's gonna put these hippos to shame.
You'll be joining the fray? How thrilling!
Entrant registered. This unit will now provide supplementary information regarding the course.
Yep.
Please direct your orbs towards this geographical data display.
Do I actually have to do it?
The race will begin at the Starship Ragnarok in Ostrakhan Deka Octo. Once Jamming Way and Ogle signal the commencement of hostilities, competitors may proceed across Ria Tara toward Ostrakhan Tria. Passage through the checkpoint rings is mandatory. Also, you can't Hearth. Those rings look rather lofty. How are the hippo carts to get through? In Ultimoto, emotions become reality. You only need belief to make your hippos fly.
Did you just call me an Ultima fool? Because I'd have to be to believe something like that.
Once in Ostrakhandria, racers will enter the artillery zone, which extends from the periphery of the Ostrakhan to the abode of the E. This exciting enhancement is sponsored by the Alphatron civilization.
Wait, you were serious about the artillery? What if my Saria gets hit?
Out of concern for the curiously smooth four-legged life form, Stigma 4 is presently manufacturing non-lethal cannons. Encountering these painless projectiles will result in no more than explosive removal from the course. Those who remain unblasted should continue to Ostrakhan Deka Hexi and proceed through base Omicron. Then it is merely a matter of reaching the finish line, located at the last drags.
I win! Then I feast on tiny desserts.
I win, and then I feast on tiny desserts.
Note that, in accordance with Omicron contest protocols, there are no restrictions on contrivances, mechanical, magical, or maniacal during the race. This concludes the briefing.
So you can cheat. Well, at least I packed my rainbow ghoul. Saria should be happy to run for it, no matter where she is. You bring Golol. Why you do not spare? Sharing is caring. We've been through this, Akala. Your hippo's never shown it a lack of interest. You just like throwing things.
Go ahead and make your preparations. I need to make sure that N7000 isn't understating the firepower of these camps. Once that's taken care of, I'll retrieve your Moonhopper and meet you at the Ragnarok.
Once you work out what your hippo likes, you can throw some of that instead. But I like rainbow colors. I like turtles.
Get your most durable headgear and wait for me by the Ragnarok. Allied units participation is unexpected. Recalculated invisibility of free for all.
So this is a race, an actual race. I just don't get to watch a video. Okay. I didn't know we were bringing How You Train Your Dragons to Final Fantasy. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you do it all at once. Okay. I need a light. Yeah. You. Test. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I'm back.
Test. People of Theros, are you there? We are your hosts, Talking Way and Dreaming Way, coming to you live from the very edge of the universe.
And here among the stars, the hyper hustle is about to begin.
This contest for the ages will see competitors race across a land as barren as it is beautiful, vying to be the first to cross the finish line.
You won't want to miss a moment of this, folks. Let's introduce our racers. Hauled by the speedy Saria and is a courier as fast as she is reliable. All the way from Thavner, it's Turn of the Hippo Rider! Next, Akajusa, as fearsome on the track as he is fearless on the battlefield. Hone in the fires of the Hanish Hippo Hustle, I, Akala! Let's hope the Peacekeeper's less peaceful functions are disabled. Hailing from Corellian, a team of once bitter enemies turned fast friends, the citizens of freedom. Oh. Our next entrant may look more frolicsome than furious, but pass them at your peril. Supported by the ever so darling Miz, it's the electrifying Grebulov X. Grebulov 10. Yay. This mean, clean, speedy machine is ready to pull the Alpha back in Alphatron civilization. Say hello to the lethal Lumdus unit. Victory! Below, what wisdom rides the winds of Elysium and Fair Peaks once forgot? The Dragon Star has joined the fray.
What the? What the?
Last but not least, a sword in the darkness, a beacon of hope, a champion of Eorzea. Friends across the universe, we present the one and only Harrier of Light, Eeving!
What the? No, at least I'm better than him.
What's this? A Nibirian Challenger? Are they supposed to be here? I thought the Harrier was our last participant. You made it! Did you prepare a vehicle? We can lend you a Moonhopper if you'd like.
That will not be necessary.
Oh, goody, a Phoenix. Not Phoenix, Sphinx.
What the name in all mug swapping Murga? Sorry is a good girl, but she ain't no divinity. How's a normal hippo meant to compete with that?
Like I said, you and your hippo need only let your competitive spirits burn bright. Where there's a will, there's a way. Quite literally.
I suppose I'll toss some ghoul and hope for the best.
You and me are gonna be in the back, woman.
Racers, are you ready? Yeah!
Get on your mount. Our racers have assembled at the starting line.
Who will surpass the rest to emerge triumphant?
I don't even see me.
On your mark, get set, go!
And they're off, with the Nebrian god Rala taking the lead.
I'm in second. I can do it. Come on. Use some firepower. More firepower. Pop his bubble. Think of him being rusted. Yeah. Knock him out. Good job.
Sweet mother! A juicy joke from the mid has sent the Lambda unit, the other competitor, to race on.
They are now entering the next area and then field of automated artillery. Get in front of the god. He just hopped in front of me. The citizens of freedom are going in. We have received a transmission from the Peacekeeper. This is not compared to the carnage of Carl, and yeah, you heard it here, folks. And the Peacekeeper is drowned by double cannon blast. How fortunate that the Corellians wear helmets. Don't let him win. Stay in front of him. Rainbow. I call his heart is involved in a cloud of gula. A ploy to distract competing hippos, perhaps. Or did he fall prey to the rainbow temptation? Nom noms. Rainbow nom noms. Whatever the cause, it has only made turn of the hippo rider's car fly all the faster. She has overtaken a Harrier of Light for the second place. Oh, everybody's beating me. Everybody keeps passing me. Come on. Remember, it doesn't need to last past this race. Oh, man. Okay. I have already taken the liberty of alterating this moonhopper. Dazzle your competition with a hyper hop step, or press the big boost button to outstrip them with ease. Actually, why not do both? Do mind your power reserves, though. Even with my prodigious skill, there are only so many batteries I can shove into this chassis. Remember. As you consider this option, you reflect upon your prior experiences with and not be the distractible sport. Okay, we'll switch that. Oh, distract Saria. Okay, so they don't really play. Okay. Pick up. The hippos halted, overwhelmed by the euphony of my song? No doubt. Boy. And the Harrier of Light has taken second place to cries of "This ain't over yet, even." Boost! Boost! Remember, you only need to make it to the finish line. You don't need to keep going up to the finish line. Use all your powers. This is it, folks. The final stretch. The Harrier of Light has pushed the moonhopper to fair rising. I can't even read that fast enough. He doesn't need to survive past the race. He just needs to beat him. It's gonna be to the end. Calculating. When I'm not with you. We have word from N7000 at the finish line. The winner of the Hyper Hustle is... It really is me. I thought it would be her. Or them. The Harrier of Light by a nose.
We do not understand. Our chosen form was suitable, our performance flawless, yet victory was not ours to claim. It has been long since we have experienced this quickening of the pulse, this vexation. That's racing for you. Just when you think you've got it, some grinning idiot comes shooting past to the gate to take the gold. Then sometimes you get to be that grinning idiot. And that's the thrill of it. You never know if it will go your way. You just race with all you've got.
That you're upset to have lost can only mean one thing. You want to win next time. That's a dream worth chasing. Trust me, I'm an expert.
We do feel a yearning to race once more, a desire to triumph. Talk shit like normal. This is well. We will engage with the other patrons of the establishment to develop a superior strategy.
Dynamis readings indicate a positive effect on the local environment. In accordance with Jammingway's aspirations, the Last Dregs has become an ever greater source of hope. Despite the significant expense, extensive property damage, and crushing defeat incurred, this unit rates the hyper hustle as worth it.
Oh, sorry.
To think you did all that on elaborate buildcraft. I'm delighted that we could play some small part in your triumph. And I'm even more delighted that the Nibrium have finally found something to work toward.
Me too, because at the end of the storyline for this one, I was like, you guys didn't even bring them in. They showed them in the background for a few seconds, but then after that, they just disappeared and we never got anything from them. And I was like, it feels like a lost opportunity. And I'm glad they finished it.
Still, I'll be glad to resume our usual service. Maybe make myself a nice carrot coffee while I'm behind the counter.
Oh, I didn't mean to kick on you first. I thought that you were non-quest. Oh well.
You were right, I admit it. I had a great time racing, even if I didn't understand half of what was going on. But as fun as it was, I need to be getting on home to Thavner. Don't want to leave the Hippo Riders alone for too long, lest some Hamsa heads start getting restless.
We finished packing up the broadcasting equipment, so we'll be heading back to the Dreaming Workshop ourselves. So soon? It'll feel so empty out here in the cosmic void without you.
Affirmative. But did we not have one more objective to complete before the other organic life forms depart?
Objective?
Another apostrophe?
Oh, I nearly forgot! Talking way, investing way, inventing way. Help me live this. 1, 2, up!
That's not tacky at all. No.
It's for you, Eving. A trophy befitting the victory.
Oh, goody. Could I have lost?
I don't want to put that in my house.
As you can see, it was designed in the image of the last drags, the Hippo Riders, and also the Dreaming Ways. That reminds me, we brought a few commemorative gifts as well.
Talking word?
Inventing way, help me lift these. 1, 2.
What the? I want a radio. So I would have gotten a radio if I was in second place?
One for the last drags and one for Svarna. You have an eatery there too, I hear.
Yeah, they have Uber Eats.
Then I hope you'll let us keep you company at mealtimes. Whether it's weather advisories, hopping music, or simply a friendly voice you need, Hope FM is here for you.
So this is a radio contraption too. It has bigger ears than the other one I saw. But I'll be sure to listen with the crew.
I was just thinking we should get one of these. Our patrons are going to love it.
Projections anticipate increased customer satisfaction in the ambience category.
Thank you, Evie. We wouldn't be here if it hadn't been for you. I think I speak for everyone when I say this day will shine like a newborn star in our memories. I hope you feel the same. Just don't let it eclipse the possibility of more unforgettable days to come. After all, look across the sea, up at the moon, past the distant stars, and you'll find us waiting for you. What's a lop? Did that dance?
Dance. A new dance?
You have achieved allied reputation with the Hippos, the Dreaming Ways, and the staff and patrons of the Last Drags. Through your efforts, your allies with Aetheris to the stars beyond have forged bonds of friendship that promise to remain strong through the years. You are truly a hero to tribes throughout the universe. Yay. What? Can't do the ear emote? Alright. We once had cuisine. Alright. So yeah, that was cute. It was fun. Like the race, it was pretty funny. And Hildy's great, like normal. I don't care what anybody says. I love Hildibrand. I think Hildibrand's great. But that's going to be it for this stream. I've really enjoyed it. Can't wait for Dawn Trail to come out, and got to do the end of the MSQ, Hildy, and the Tribals. So excited. I got the chance to actually practice playing with my voices. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be streaming every Tuesdays and Thursdays probably 10 a.m. It was a little later today because I wanted to make sure that the servers were up before it went live. And then I plan on dropping new videos every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and shorts whenever just wherever random. So if you enjoyed this video, just go ahead and like, comment, subscribe if you want. If not, thank you for showing up anyways, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.